The ecosystems of the fluvial and maritime localities of Mwanko, Longi, and the Manoka Island in the Atlantic Ocean are partly made up of the tropical tree that grows in mud or at the edge of rivers with roots that are above ground, commonly known as mangrove forest. As a result of urbanization and its attendant effects like development and demographic increase, the rich ecosystem has come under serious menace and within the last couple of years has greatly been reduced in terms of surface area.
If we don't make use of the mangrove, we will not be able to smoke our fish. But that does not mean we should cut down the forest in an abusive manner.
In Manoka, most of the population are fishermen. Their main activity is fishing, and they destroy the forest to smoke their fish, conserve it, and later sell it. That activity accounts for the destruction of the mangrove, and we know that the mangrove is very important in ensuring the sustenance of the ecosystem.
The menace to the environment and the pending threat of extinction that weighs on the mangrove forest is real.
At the moment, we suffer a lot. We no longer have fish species like the tilapia because of the absence of the mangrove. Hence, you have to go very far into the river Wuri in order to fish, and if you don't have an outboard engine canoe, it becomes extremely difficult. Our wish is that in the month of June, like June which is just past, and even July, which are all difficult periods in the coastal area, our mangroves should be able to enable us catch a lot of fish in our nets.
The mangrove is destroyed. When we move around, we see many other forest species going unnecessary. That is why women came together to reflect on what should be done to remedy the situation.
Having understood the danger man's action has on the mangrove forest, the inhabitants of the Manoka Island, Mwanko and Longi now see the necessity to act immediately in a collective manner that will help stop the degradation and control the exploitation of the mangrove forest.
We were exploiting the mangrove forest ignorantly, but now that we are aware of its importance and the need for its conservation, we shall do everything to preserve it.
Instead of limiting themselves to simple slogans, the reverend population of Mwanko, Manoka Island and Longi have embarked on some concrete actions that are all geared towards the restoration of the mangrove forest that is gradually giving way to a species of palm tree introduced in the area called nipa by Nigerian fishermen. Does not have the same value like the mangrove, but because of the fact that it serves like a bait for shrimps, they have not only created the Manoka Mangrove Community Forest FCM Manoka, but have also come up with the cooperative for the development of Longi Kodel. Through these associations, the women from all walks of life have been investing seriously on reforestation activities. A case in point worth highlighting is the close to 4-hectare population. A case in point worth highlighting is the close to 4-hectare plantation of mangrove forest planted by members of the Manoka Mangrove Community Forest FCM alongside the creation of several mangrove nurseries.
Prenons de la boue, comme ça. Nous mettons là. Nous nous arrangeons à avoir des plastiques qui ont les trous.
We collect ground. We try to get plastic bags with holes perforated all around, so that when water falls on it, it has no negative effect and comes out without any problem. We take the sibling of the mangrove.
This is a mangrove sibling of 25 to 30 centimeters. This one has a good size. Some are small with little height like this one. Try as much as possible to avoid it. If not, you will have to come from time to time to change it, and it will not grow normally. After having filled the plastic bags, you cut it, put it upright, you take your propago, you apply it upright up to the end. You come back from time to time to control your nursery because crabs eat propagos. You can see a propago standing right up, whereas it has been eaten at a certain level by the crab. So it is always good to ensure continuous control. In some cases, you need to change it. 2 months later, when you come back, you find the propago having this height. When it is like that, you can transplant it. At the level of transplanting, the sibling of the mangrove is at this level. Like this, to transplant it, you dig holes. When you come to the nursery, you carry your plastic bag. At the level of the hole, you simply tear the plastic bag and you take your plant, which is in the ground, and you plant it in the hole.
The activities undertaken by these women, especially the reforestation of the mangrove forest, has not in any way gone unnoticed. Even at her advanced age of 70, the lady whose names we got as Mama has continued to express gratitude to key actors of the project as well as partners of the initiative in Longi.
Njamba bengi lomi lewe ulonje bana ka ba lidio sukulu po yuku de wena akakaka o kuwede se bana ba kose bauba mbaila kiwa bambamba bame bamendi.
I thank the Lord for having sent the government to Longi in a bid to sensitize us on the important role mangroves play in our lives. Before now, the population was fond of cutting down the mangrove in an abusive and disorderly manner because we were all living in ignorance. Today, however, and thanks to the Cameroonian government and its development partners, who on a daily basis have been sensitizing us, we have finally come to understand that mangroves are very important not only for us, but for the rest of mankind. The mangrove help us to meet our various needs, reasons why it becomes absolutely necessary for us to protect it.
Even if the action is not recognized by human beings and the government at the moment will forever be remembered by history in terms of what they must have left for posterity. And all of these actions, it is what emphasizing falls within the ambit of the sustainable management of the mangrove ecosystem by the community, but far beyond sensitization and the raising of awareness brought in by these women must give serious consideration on what should be done to look for alternative sources of firewood out of the mangroves. And this in a nutshell explains the appeal and clarion call.
Call on the state to provide us more because we still have unoccupied space. We particularly need improved stoves to help smoke our fish. They not only help prevent the destruction of our eyes, but also prevent us from using much firewood.
Ça évite le mal des yeux, la fumée, que quelqu'un ait le mal des yeux. Et aussi, ça ne prend pas beaucoup du bois.
Kudel have already received support on some 4,000 square meters of land to replant mangroves, and we still have more than 8,000 square meters left. So we are pleading to development partners, that is donors, to help us so as to complete the project and also put an end to the abusive destruction of the mangrove forest.
The women are not only calling for collective awareness, but are also appealing for mobilization at all levels. Like someone once said, in the face of global menace, there is always the need for a global response. From all perspectives, the women of Mwanko, Longi, and the Manoka Island seem to have perfectly understood the message.